In this video, we'll be taking a look at 2 NHL games happening on May 4th, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 4 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 2 NHL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Florida Panthers versus Toronto Maple Leafs. The Florida Panthers face the Toronto Maple Leafs in Game 2 of the second round. The Panthers took the first game of the series 4-2 and can take a commanding series lead with another win on the road in the upcoming game. The Maple Leafs tied up Game 1 2-2 but stumbled late in the game and lost by 2 goals. The Panthers hope to take a 2-0 series lead back to Florida, while the Maple Leafs hope to even up the series, and the upcoming game should be a great one as a result. The Florida Panthers won Game 1 of this series by a score of 4-2 and will look to take a commanding 2-0 series lead in this game. Florida jumped out to a 2-0 lead, but Toronto responded with 2 goals in 6 minutes. The Panthers scored with a couple of minutes left in the second period to take the lead and added a goal in the third for the victory. Florida recorded 28 shots on goal and went 0-1 on the power play in the win. Matthew Tkachuk has led the Panthers this postseason with 5 goals, 9 assists, and 25 shots on goal, while Brandon Montour has added 6 goals, 3 assists, and 27 shots. Sergei Bobrovsky is 4-1 this postseason with a 3.58 goals against average and a .901 save percentage. The Toronto Maple Leafs were able to get by the Tampa Bay Lightning in the first round, but they are in a 1-0 deficit in this series. Toronto lost home ice advantage in Game 1, but they did generate a ton of scoring chances. Toronto recorded 36 shots on goal and went 0-4 on the power play in the loss. Mitch Marner has led the Maple Leafs this postseason with 2 goals, 9 assists, and 17 shots, while Austin Matthews has added 5 goals, 5 assists, and 29 shots on goal. Ilya Samsonov is 4-3 this postseason with a 3.29 goals against average and a .894 save percentage for Toronto. Florida is 8-2 in their last 10 games following a win, and 28-13 in their last 41 Thursday games, while the over is 4-1 in their last 5 games overall. Toronto is 59-27 in their last 86 home games and 7-0 in their last 7 games played on 1 day's rest, while the under is 7-2 in their last 9 Thursday games. I think getting out of the first round was so huge for Toronto. They got that monkey off their back without having to constantly hear that they haven't won a series since 2004. The pressure is off that, and now they're the favorite to win the cup. I expect them to win this series with a huge edge defensively over the Panthers. This is a must-win game for Toronto. They outplayed the Panthers significantly in Game 1 and couldn't get the win. The Leafs need to win this game, and just as they bounced back from their loss in Game 1 of their first-round series against the Lightning, we saw this same spot in Game 1 of the Tampa series. Toronto came in, the fans were pumped, and the moment just got too big as Toronto fell flat. How did they respond? They walloped Tampa Bay in Game 2 and went on to win the series. The moment was too big for the Leafs, and they just came out flat, while Florida had the chance to take momentum and capitalized on it. I believe that Toronto bounces back here and dominates this game, so the Toronto Maple Leafs money line is our full game side pick. The over went 6-1 in the Bruins-Panthers series and 4-2 in the Leafs-Bolts series. Game 1 of this series should have hit the over, with so many great opportunities for both teams, especially Toronto, to score. Both offenses have been fantastic. The Leafs have scored the 9th most goals in the NHL, having generated the 8th most expected goals and the 4th most high-danger shots in the league, and they scored the 3rd most goals in the first round of the playoffs. The Panthers scored the 6th most goals in the NHL. They generated the most expected goals and the most high-danger shots in the league. In their first-round series against Boston, they scored the 5th most goals in the first round. I'm expecting the games in this series to trend over, just like both teams trended over in the first round. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Seattle Kraken versus Dallas Stars. The Seattle Kraken faced the Dallas Stars in Game 2 of the second round after an exciting first game of the series. The Kraken, who pulled off the upset in the first round, took Game 1 in overtime with a 5-4 victory. The Stars forced overtime with 2 goals in the third period to tie the game but fell apart in overtime to fall into a 1-0 series hole. The Kraken looked to take a commanding 2-0 series lead while the Stars looked to bounce back on their home ice and even up the series, and the upcoming game should be a great one. Not many expected the Seattle Kraken to be at this point, but they have won the first series. On Tuesday, they were able to win the first game of this series. At the end of the first period, the Kraken were up 4-2, but as the game went on, the defense started to struggle and they ended up having to win in overtime. Jordan Eberle had a strong game, finishing with 1 goal and adding 1 assist. Seattle is averaging 2.88 goals, while their defense is giving up 2.87 goals per game. Yanni Gourde has scored 2 goals and added 5 assists so far during the playoffs. On the other side of this matchup is the Stars, who now have lost home ice advantage and their backs are against the wall. In their first game, they fell behind early, and the defense is going to need to be better. The Stars are averaging 3.57 goals per game, while the defense is giving up 2.71 goals per game. The offense has been ranked 5th in the playoffs, but in this game, it's going to come down to the defense. The Kraken are 4-1 in their last 5 road games and 4-1 in their last 5 overall. The Stars are 6-2 in their last 8 home games and 10-3 in their last 13 overall. The under is 9-2 in Kraken last 11 overall. The under is 7-2-1 in Stars last 10 home games. The road team is 4-0 in the last 4 meetings. The over is 4-0 in the last 4 meetings. The Dallas Stars should be favored to bounce back on their home ice. However, the Kraken continue to get these steep underdog prices and find ways to win. A $100 better is up over $300 betting the Kraken in their last 2 games, and that doesn't include Game 1 against the Avs, where Seattle won as plus 185 underdogs. The Kraken have won 4 of their last 5 games as underdogs. Also, these teams are pretty even judging by past matches, as 3 of the last 4 games since March 11th have gone to overtime. So the Seattle Kraken money line is our full game side pick. Seattle scored 3 or more goals in 4 out of 7 games in the first round against the Colorado Avalanche. The offense was very good in a Game 1 overtime victory, scoring 5 goals against the Stars. Dallas offense scored 3 or more goals in 4 out of 6 games in round 1 against the Minnesota Wild. The offense was good in Game 1 of the second round. Dallas scored 4 goals in a Game 1 loss against Seattle in the first game of the series. Rupins has 12 points in the playoffs. These 2 teams faced each other 3 times during the season, and the over hit in each of the 3 regular season meetings. In Game 1 of the playoff series, the over hit as well. Game 2 will be another higher scoring matchup between the Kraken and Stars, and the over will hit in this contest. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.